then even when that kid got taken by the flying pterodactyl thing, and like, why isn't he killing him and eating him like right away?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe species on that planet do something different.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna take him and fly, halfway across the planet or whatever they were doing.
Oh, I think I know why. It's because this is the way.
There it is. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with it. I'll shut my mouth. That explained it all right there. Because this is the way.
This is Geek Off The Street, your go-to channel for all things from obscure geekdom to modern-day pop culture and everything else in between. What's up, everybody?
Welcome back. It's that time again.
I'm still trying to do the flute or whatever that sounds.
Is that the Star Wars intro?
I was trying to do that. That's like the beginning of the Mandalorian.
Okay.
Some wood flute or something. I don't know what instrument that is. Yeah.
Okay, now I get it. Now I get it.
Got it.
You nailed it.
Oh, okay. Now that you get it. I nailed it.
Now you told me what it was.
Yeah. The reason why I'm trying to do an impersonation of a wood flute or whatever that instrument is,
right,
is because we're talking about the Mandalorian.
Right, season 3.
Which just concluded on
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. This recording is a couple days ago for us.
Right.
Yeah. And so we're here to talk about that.
And to introduce ourselves.
Because my name is Trent.
And I'm Marc.
And this is
Geek Off The Street.
Where we talk about pop culture, geek culture, and whatever else we want.
Amen.
As you can tell, we have our centerpiece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that.
The Bo-Katan.
Huh? Ooh, you've been targeted, suckers.
Yeah, you've been targeted. And then I got my Grogu here as well. He's my mic buddy. Courtesy of my girlfriend.
The Force is strong. Oh, look at him use the Force. Grogu.
That was great.
Yeah, we'll fix that in the edit. We'll fix that in post.
Yeah, we'll fix in post, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so we're here to talk about that.
Yes.
And we can get right into that.
Yes. Let's talk about what we're drinking today.
It's kind of one of our favorite segments
Yes,
now,
it
right?
is. This is the new favorite segment.
What are we drinking? And if we get to it, how we're doing.
Yes.
But if not, this is about, did you get it? I think you got it.
I got it. The Force is strong with me, people. Oh, I let it go and it was still alive.
Got it.
There we go.
Boom,
The Force.
All right. We don't like bugs, guys.
Yeah, not in the studio. Come on.
Especially in the studio, yeah. It's a clean place.
Exactly. Sterile environment.
You can eat off the ground here. But anyway, we're doing our favorite segment. What are we drinking this week and how are we doing?
Yeah.
If we get to the second part, we may not.
Whatever, but this part we're always going to get to.
So this week, we're drinking a drink straight out of the Mandalorian universe.
Ooh, you like
Star
that?
Wars universe. It's called Spatchka. This one specifically is the Spatchka Mule. And it contains a certain mixture of vodka, blue curacao, lime juice, and
excretions. Apparently, there's a lot of excretions in the Star Wars world that people drink.
Exactly, right.
You guys got issues.
So this is our drink, and to the galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, nice. This shiny blue drink is delicious.
I may have outdone myself.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. This one is spot on.
I've been sort of the resident mixologist here for the last 4 or 5 episodes, and they've been kind of hit or miss. But this one, though. Oh, thanks, man. But this one, though, I think this one's going in the book.
Yeah. This one might. Yeah, you're going to see this one again.
Yeah,
you're going to see this one
Even
again.
if it's not a Star Wars episode.
Yeah,
we'll drink this one again because this is tasty. I might make another one.
Exactly. Some mule curacao vodka. Some secret ingredients.
Mule syrup. It's like a ginger mule syrup. Blue curacao, vodka, and some lime juice. Yeah, what a good mixture.
Man. Solid. Yeah. Once I heard you're gonna put lime juice in, I thought, okay, lime juice with the mule.
Yeah, that's always a good mix.
I think that'll work.
Yeah, but that blue curacao brings the fruitiness out of it. Yeah, makes it real tropical. Yeah, this is a I'm happy with that.
Dude. Yeah. Nailed it, sir.
So speaking of how we're doing this week, though, I actually had a pretty sweet week.
Yeah, dude, you did. You did. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, I told the social media. You obviously already know, but I went to go watch the Radwimps, the band that did the music for
Suzume.
And also Your Name and
Weathering with You.
And it was fantastic.
I believe it, dude.
Probably, one of the best shows I've seen because of performance, skill level, The song choices.
Yeah, the crowd was into it. Just from a little clip I saw, the crowd was into
the
it.
crowd knew all the songs, and like I was like, not very many knew Japanese, so
yeah.
that's a different topic. But and they sang all the songs in Japanese for the most part.
As you should.
But they were fantastic, man, and they were really gracious and really grateful.
Yeah,
because I guess the singer lived in LA for when he was like 8 to like when he was 12 or 13.
Oh, really?
And he talked about his time here, and he was like, I never thought I'd be, back in
here.
LA to a sold out show.
That's dope. That's dope. Dreams coming true.
Right? It was
nice.
awesome, man. He kept every other song he'd just be saying thank you. And his English was really good too. The other guys obviously were super Japanese, but they were like, they're funny because they were saying like, oh, we want to rock on with you tonight and stuff like that. Like reading out of a note page and stuff.
Right. That's cool.
It's pretty cool though. But man, like instrumentally, they were so good.
Nice.
Like, I posted a little clip on my my Instagram where they're doing like a bass battle, guitar battle, then drums, and there's just like crazy.
Wow.
It's like a 6.5 minute solo of each one going back and forth themselves, and it was crazy.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, so I didn't know they were that like skilled as far as individual musicians, but their songwriting, it blew me away. I was so, and then it was at the SoFi Stadium, or the YouTube Theater at SoFi Stadium, and that's a brand new stadium where the Rams played. It's freaking amazing. That's a nice stadium. Everything's clean in there. Seats were comfortable. Bathrooms are clean. That's important to me. So yeah, it was great. So pretty awesome. Yeah, just had a good time.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No,
that was the highlight.
Yeah, that was a highlight because work sucked.
Work sucked.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about my week.
Yeah, hit me.
My week sucked.
Oh, okay.
Work week was fine, but I had two things I wanted to do. One, I wanted to go to a Dodger game.
Okay.
And it was on the night that they were giving away a Vince Scully jersey.
Oh.
Like they do that free.
Yeah. First, what, 20,000?
Yeah, first 40,000. First 40,000. Yeah. So I ended up not going, which I was really mad about. A Vince Scully jersey, like, that breaks my heart. So then I was supposed to go to last night. I was supposed to go to a concert. I was going to go see a group called Dark Star Orchestra, and I saw them before like a couple months ago.
Yeah, I think you mentioned.
I mentioned it on the show, I believe. Talked about how just these musicians are all masters of their craft. I ended up not going because I was helping. A friend asked me for something, and I was helping with that, so I ended up not going.
Because you're being kind.
Yeah. And what I was helping with is, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to get into that aspect of it. I don't know what the end product that's going to be, but I was asked, so I helped. I did what I was supposed to do. This guy's a friend, so I don't want to talk too much about it because he's going to be like, oh, man, that hurts. Yeah. But, so I ended up not doing that. And I was really looking forward to seeing that show. It would have been a great, it was a great show. It would have been great.
Yeah, to see it, yeah.
And then I found out today they were having a beer festival right down here in downtown Riverside area, just right across the way.
Yeah,
right across the way.
Yeah.
Found out about it like it was going to be over like in an hour. So I was like, well, F the world.
So just a week of missed opportunities.
Oh, yes, a whole week of missed opportunities. Man, this week was not motivating.
Crazy how that shifts because I'm usually on a bad week.
Yeah,
so
you
when I have
stole
a good
the
week,
mojo.
you have a bad week.
I have a bad
so
one.
There's no way for us to both have a good week, is what it sounds like.
Not simultaneously.
Yeah, right.
What a blip.
Yeah. What a bummer.
Well, I'm glad somebody had a good one at least.
Yeah. It was great, man. It was fantastic. So, sorry you had a bad week, though. That's
whatever. Glad you had a good one.
Anyway, so let's get into a few shout-outs, I guess.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, a couple people have followed us on the Instagrams.
I've heard of it.
I almost never have this prepared, though. So,
awesome.
Anyone you want to shout out real quick? Or,
I don't know the gentleman's name, but he did leave a comment for us with some constructive feedback or some ideas
on
for
YouTube.
Yeah, for a clip.
Yeah. He essentially said,
"Well, you don't have to say what he said, but his name
on YouTube."
Yeah, whatever his name was. Well, you know who you are. He's following the show, so we appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, and thanks for the tip feedback. Yeah.
Also, shout out to Max from high school. Max, he has a wine business.
Oh,
Side Quest Sellers.
Yes.
Side Quest Sellers, yeah. I didn't know this about him. I knew Max in high school. I didn't know him that well, but I know he was in RJ's grade, and they knew each other. But I sat around where he was sitting, so with that table, so we knew each other.
Yeah.
And he hit us up, and he's talking about some stuff around and get into that. But he's been watching the show. He likes what we're doing, and it's been great, And I'm always super glad about people starting their own thing, like starting their own business, trying to do their own side hustle, to turn it into something like that's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to really work hard at this to become, a big thing. So it's always encouraging to see other people doing that. And he has his own wine. It's great.
That is awesome, man. Congratulations to you. I'm not sure how long you've been doing it, but man, keep it going.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got to keep it going. On Instagram, man, thank you guys all in all just for checking out our stuff, man. We've been getting just these explosive view counts on these reels that we've been putting up every day, and
that's appreciated.
Yeah, so thank you guys for watching our stuff, man. It's a big deal. It's huge, man. It's really huge. Our subscribers are going up on YouTube, pretty big, and that's great. Shout out to Julia. Or Julia is her name on here.
Okay.
But Julia, she wants the first Nintendo Gasm shirt.
Oh.
If we ever made that shirt, she's like, she wants the first one.
All right, done. Done.
Make it Nintendo Gasm. So I guess it's gonna be a shirt.
Let's do that, and number one.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
That's cool.
Shout out to my cousin's daughter. So my second cousin,
your cousin's second cousin.
Second cousin, maybe.
Second cousin.
Yeah, Jocelyn, thanks for following us on.
Thanks, Jocelyn.
Yeah, we call her JoJo, but she's a little older now, so I don't think she goes by that anymore.
Does she have bizarre adventures? Nailed it.
She
just unfollowed.
Check out to Trevor, who is Trevor Smith from high school. I knew him pretty well. Good buddy of mine back then. Hope he's doing well. Thanks for following us. Julie S. Prince, and that is going to be it for now.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Always.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube. Thanks for checking out everything we're doing. It means a lot. It means a lot to see it growing.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Lariah. She had her first track meet
over
a couple of days ago. Yeah, she was on the show when we were talking about Cobra Kai.
Yeah, season 4 or 3, 4?
One of them. It was a season.
A season, yeah.
We can agree on that.
What events did she run?
I think like the 400 something, the 100. I don't know. But she had fun doing it. So it was a good time. So very cool. Saw her doing her thing.
Nice.
Yeah,
cool.
but she's one of those kids that she loves school. That was not me.
That's not me either.
Right.
I couldn't wait to get out. Yeah.
Right. But so I don't want to do anything to discourage that at all.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Awesome. Shout out to I got 2 more shout outs I gotta do. One of them is to somebody I just forgot. Who am I trying to do the shout out to?
Go to the other one. Because I forgot them too. I forgot them too.
Crap, man. Stupid. I was gonna shout. It's supposed to be. Never mind. It's important, I think. But anyway.
Shout
out to my cousin.
Important. I think.
It wasn't important enough for me to forget.
This is the president.
Shout out to my cousin Kenji, up in Washington.
Okay.
He sent us this package.
Oh, what?
And I don't know what's in it. I told him I was gonna open it to her on the show.
Jeez, Kenji, are you setting us up?
But I'll first say,
I've been responding.
You apparently can write whatever you want because he wrote to Trent Chin Tucker. I guess you can write whatever you want here. That's an inside family thing.
Okay.
My middle name is Chikata, a Japanese name. So my brother famously coined Chi-Chi. And then was turned into Chin. And then was turned into Ching, which in Japanese means wiener. So, so I'm guessing that's basically what that is. Some kind of allusion to that. But he said these are for me and you. Gift for you to enjoy from Kenji Lanto. Did you write something? Kenji. Inappropriate?
I hope so.
He is the guy that would do that. Oh no, I guess not. All right. Well, that's.
I knew he wouldn't because he's a class act.
Yeah.
Let me see what's in the box first.
Yeah, let's see what he has here. So let's say there's.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? All right. So let's say there's 2 of them.
Okay.
So.
Can I throw it at you?
Yeah, just chuck it. Chuck it down the staircase. We're gonna open these real quick.
I feel like I got an idea. But I'm no Albert Einstein.
But it's in a specific shape.
Yeah, you can't. Everybody listening on Spotify, you're hearing the rustle. Oh, crap.
Classy.
Whoa, hang on a second. Oh, man. He made this. Okay, so everybody looking.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it. But everybody listening, they are Geek Off The Street glasses.
Yeah.
They're like they're drinking glasses, essentially.
And my Japanese isn't as great, but I'm pretty sure this says Giku something Storito. So Geek Off The Street in katakana in Japanese. So this is basically
shut
Geek Off The
up.
Street. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Storito. Yeah. So this is
Holy crap. These are effing nice
this is
too.
Pretty cool. This is gonna be our new drinking glass.
Yeah, it
Check
is.
that out, man. This is sick, dude.
Wow. That is dope as heck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like
awesome,
the font for our business cards.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This is pretty great, dude.
Oh, dude. Yeah, next episode we're drinking out of these.
Yeah,
man.
we're drinking out of these things for sure. These are sick, man.
Wow.
This is
you did not have to do that at all. This guy, man, listen. I've always loved Kenji.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to say it out loud, but I've always loved him. And not in the way you think. I mean, I want to have sex with him. That's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about.
That's the way you're looking, yeah.
Those are nice,
man. Kid, you're on the show.
Oh, you got... Dude, solid as F, man. These are dope as fuck.
Seriously, man. Thank you, dude. These are sick, man.
I wasn't sure how they're going to turn out. With the katakana just says
Geek Off with a Studito. Yeah, I just tried to read it, and that was basically what I said. Yeah.
I figured you couldn't read it.
Yeah, I figured you would figure that, but yeah, I could read some Japanese. But yeah, this is my cousin Kenji. Shout out to Kenji. He got us some glasses.
Yay.
You're on the show.
Nice.
Anything you want to say before? Yeah, thanks, man. They're great. Anything you want to say to the fans?
Just keep watching movies and drink more alcohol and subscribe to the podcast.
Well said.
That's good. I thought you were going to say something inappropriate, but yeah, that's good too.
He's a class act.
What's your drink of the night?
We're drinking a Mandalorian drink because that's what we're talking about tonight. It's called. Oh, Mark's done.
I'm watching the season finale tonight. I'm a week behind.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's what we're talking about tonight. So make sure you check it out. Listen to Kenji. He said subscribe to the show. But thanks, man. This is a Mandalorian drink. You'll see it on the show though.
Kenji, thanks, man.
Cool. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it, man. These are awesome. All right, man. Later.
Right on. That is man.
This is cool,
right.
man.
Not even called for, not even necessary. But effing beautiful.
Send us a gift, man. These are awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
they are.
I am so excited about these, man.
This thing is beautiful.
Yeah, this is going to be a great glass to drink out of.
Yeah.
It's going to make the alcohol taste that much better.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Amen.
I would know.
I keep that right up there in the forefront.
And I'm probably going to smack it off the table, Rosh. But yeah, that's going to do it for shots, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get into the show.
Let's get into this show.
The Mandalorian Season 3. Mm-hmm. Obviously run by the same people that did the first 2 seasons for the most part.
Yeah.
John Favreau,
Dave Filoni,
all the big names.
Yeah.
So in the show, as you guys know, we don't have to really get into a recap of who the Mandalorian is.
Right. At this point, yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian was the big, big event for Star Wars that really brought it out of the dirt.
Yeah.
When
it came out, in 2019, I think is when it came out.
I think
right.
So, yeah.
Everybody was talking about it. Everybody loved it, enjoyed it, said it had kind of this old feel. Like old television kind of feel. And it certainly did. It felt like something that you would, not necessarily that you would see, but the feel of it felt like something out of like the 70s or the 80s kind of thing, which is imagine when these guys, when they were coming up. That was probably a big influence on their lives. But just the way like even the ending theme, that song that's playing and the way it's played, it felt like something that was out of that time frame, that late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
So I completely love like that throwback feel, that nostalgic feel that they were clearly going for.
And it felt a lot like a Western, in some ways. Yeah,
Exactly.
In a lot of ways, like a Western. And it was, you can feel that. The first season especially.
Yeah,
First season especially, yeah. Second season got more into the lore and the Jedi were introduced and all that kind of stuff. But that first season felt like a space Western. Like,
a lot of people loved it.
Yeah. Season 2 was good too. And then now we're at season 3.
Right.
Which, I got a lot of things to say about season 3 because I don't know what happened. It feels like a different show in some ways. And not for the reasons you're going to think. I don't care about who's the Mandalorian or whatever, who's the main character. I don't give a shit about that. I care about the quality of the show. Yeah. And for me, just off the top, right off the bat, I don't think the quality of the show is where it was the last 2 seasons.
Right.
The first 4 or 5 episodes, I was confused. I was like, am I watching the same show right now? Is this even what are we doing here?
Yeah. There were a lot of people that kind of voiced some complaints about it. I think for me, I was the most disappointed with, I think, like maybe the last 3 episodes. And I mean, and there's a lot of like great adventure or great action going on in the ending the ending episodes. But everything going on with Moff Gideon or whatever his name is. All that felt like he really felt like a cartoon villain. That was
versus when you saw him in the first season.
Right.
He's just a great villain, I feel like. Yeah.
And then Giancarlo Esposito, obviously great actor. Everybody knows and loves this guy.
Always plays the villain, but great actor. Yeah.
And it seemed like they were trying to get I wish RJ was here. I can't remember the guy's name that from Breaking Bad. They were trying to basically take him and say, we want that guy, but we're going to put him in a black suit and cape.
And make him sound like Darth Vader.
And he was was kind of like the lines that were delivered, like the lines they weren't smart, they weren't very clever. In the end, like that one of these scenes, it wasn't done very well. It wasn't written very well, but we'll get into that as we get into it. But I kind of see what you're saying, what a lot of people have been saying. Like I said, for me, it really fell off in the last like maybe 3 or 4 episodes for me. I was kind of okay with some of the beginning of it, but I guess, we'll get into that too. So we want to start talking about likes and dislikes. What do you like about it?
Let's get into the few likes. The few. I'm always curious about the Mandalorian lore. And the Mandalorian stuff is covered a lot in the Clone Wars series, which is incredible. If you guys want to watch some good Star Wars content, Clone Wars, Rebels, all that stuff is really good. And there's a big arc of the Mandalorians in Clone Wars. You meet Bo-Katan and you meet her crew, which is kind of the terrorists in the show. And then her sister is the leader of Mandalore. And there's a lot of like things that go on.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the things that go on Mandalore during the Clone Wars is really interesting stuff. To see that continued in the Mandalorian season 3, where they're trying to rebuild Mandalore now, based on what had happened in the past, is pretty cool. And the Mandalorian, like the factions of the Mandalorians are really interesting, and why they all don't get along, and why they're different, but they're the same people. And some are ethnically Mandalorian, some are not.
Which is cool.
Yeah, so all those aspects are really interesting to me, and I like the Mandalorian as a planet, as a people. Now it's kind of cool to get into that side of things. We see a real life mythosaur, so that's
Or you saw his face anyway. His
head. Or you see his head, So I guess that's cool, But so I mean, I like that. And I like Bo-Katan. This series, I don't know, she seemed a little forced, but in the Clone Wars, she was really cool. The reason why I got it is because I liked her from the Clone Wars.
Right on.
And I like Katie Sackhoff a lot. I watched. She's my favorite in. Battlestar Galactica. She was great in that.
I think everybody liked her. Starbuck.
Starbuck, exactly. And it was great to see her play Bo-Katan. Perfect casting, I think. And I think overall she's a good Bo-Katan. Her in the show, I was okay. There wasn't anything I feel like they're really trying to force her character growth. Which we didn't really see enough of. Why, I think. But I like Bo-Katan as a character.
Right.
Anything you liked?
Let's see. I did like, Bo-Katan. What's her name?
Bo-Katan?
Yeah, whatever her name is. I don't know. I think a little superficial. I don't know if that was her necessarily all the time. Katie Sackhoff walking around. She looked great walking around. That's very superficial. I apologize, everybody. But great figure walking around. Those guns were sitting perfect. That's not the point. I know a lot of people were kind of complaining that the show wasn't so much, or this season didn't seem like it was so much about Din Djarin or whatever, that it was more about Bo-Katan?
Bo-Katan.
Yeah, it's more about Bo-Katan. I see that. I understand that. But I didn't have a problem with it, me personally. I thought it was okay for the quote-unquote Mandalorian or Din Djarin, whatever you want to, whoever it is, for him to be supporting her. Because if he is trying to support, Mandalore coming back, and its rebirth, its resurgence or whatever, she's going to be the focal point. He's not going to be the one to lead these people.
Yeah, and he's been pretty vocal about not wanting to since the beginning.
Yeah. Since
season 1. Yeah.
Right. So the show is about, in a sense, about him supporting her, and then in turn, getting Mandalore back, literally getting their planet back and bringing their people together. So there's got to be more focus on her than there would be normally. So I didn't have a problem with that personally. For me, it didn't take away. I didn't feel like they were trying to turn the show into her show. I just felt like this chapter was about, them again rebuilding Mandalore, and she's going to be a foundational stone for the rebuilding of Mandalore. She's going to be their prince, their lady, whatever they were calling her. So I didn't have an issue with that. So I was cool with that. I liked that. Again, like I've heard people saying that, I don't know. I think some people try to look too hard, I feel like, for the quote unquote wokeness, for the
bait and switch.
Yeah, for the agenda or whatever. I didn't feel like that was the case. I just felt like in this chapter, this is what they're focusing on. So maybe in the next season 4, if there's going to be a season 4, I'm assuming they're going to.
Yeah, there'd have to be, I think.
Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't, because this is probably one of their biggest shows.
Yeah.
Even though I have heard like a lot of people kind of complaining about this particular season. But I do like that. I don't want to keep saying like she was my main thing that I liked, but I think overall, I mean, I don't know. There was everything that I want to say that I like, I feel like they kind of took away too. Like, you see a little bit more of the dark saber.
Yeah.
You see where that ends up going. So I don't know. Some of that was a little disappointing. I didn't see the Clone Wars. I haven't watched the Clone Wars, so I don't know all that back lore as far as the Mandalorians are concerned. Yeah. But I do like seeing that. I do like hearing more about the culture and the different factions, and because all that essentially is new. To me.
I see. Yeah.
So
I imagine to most people.
Right.
Yeah. I think maybe not the majority, but a lot of people that watch The Mandalorian, I'm sure, didn't see the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, the diehard fans have.
But
I imagine most viewers probably haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't know who she is. But yeah, I agree that I don't really care that it was focused on Bo-Katan too.
Yeah.
But my only thing is that if season 4 is also about Bo-Katan, then I'm wondering what the point of the show was, because it was about Din and Grogu, right? And Grogu force sensitive. Right. It's going to play into the rest of the universe, and Din's journey with that, with raising, with taking care of and raising Grogu, and if that becomes not a part of the story anymore, then I think it's a little problematic, because that was kind of the point of the show at the beginning. So it'd be kind of a weird switch if it's like we're just gonna phase them out, and now it's the Bo-Katan show, like season 4 and 5 or whatever, however long it goes. That I think would be a little weird.
Yeah, I honestly don't feel like that is going to happen. I feel like there might be some elements that might come into play every now and again, because the whole thing was about them trying to get established on Mandalore, so to speak, in this season, and they've done it now. They're on Mandalore. They're gonna start doing whatever they want to do.
And they brought the Forge back.
They brought the Forge back. They've united some of the factions. I'm not sure how many other factions there are. Sounds like there's a lot, but they brought some of their factions together. So it seems like that focusing on that story should be done. That's what it seems like. Yeah. And it should get back to Jin and Grogu. It should get back to that more. Maybe they're going to start going on more adventures again.
Especially now that it ended with him adopting him and bringing him into
and they're kind of on their own. They've separated from the rest of them. They're not on Mandalore. They're not kicking it with those guys.
They have a nice little house on the outskirts.
Yeah. So it feels like they could be setting it up for it to get back to kind of basics, so to speak. But I'm curious though. I'm wondering if I would be curious about just watching him go on adventures, because even that's how the show ended. Yeah. With Carl's Weathers' character saying in between going on adventures. Oh, it's like, well, I should have said maybe jobs would have been a better word. Adventures, that sounds really hokey. Right. But in between going on jobs and doing whatever you need to do, you have a place to stay. Right. Yeah. So I don't know if I just want to see them going on miscellaneous jobs. I would hopefully like to see like you were saying, something more with Grogu's progression into the Force. Maybe with him getting his own, Beskar armor of some kind. Are they going to keep him like this little kid thing forever? I mean, obviously that's where the marketing is. That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
And clearly they age very slowly, but how effective is he really going to be considering he's
battling baby for 5 seasons?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, or more. So
like, I feel like, and I'm not sure, but I feel like the show could have ended like if they would have taken the Luke Skywalker stuff and the choosing between the Mandalorian and the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a great way to kind of wrap up the show. Because if that was his choice in the very end of the show is him deciding, oh, am I going to stay with Din and become a Mandalorian, or am I going to stay with Luke and be a part of the new Jedi Order?
Yeah.
Like, that would be a great dilemma. But that was already kind of thrown away in, like, Boba Fett for some reason. So, so now I have no idea where they are going with that next. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but so they have to, they can't just be like, because they set up that they're going to be on the Outer Rim now, working for the Republic, it sounds like.
Taking jobs.
Taking jobs for the Republic. But, I mean, how sustainable is them just flying around the Outer Rim, taking out bad guys, and that's it, and coming back to Carl Weathers.
Right. Is that anything worth making? Is that anything worth watching? Just, watching blaster fights take place.
And they keep talking about Thrawn, like Admiral Thrawn, who's a big deal in Rebels. And they mentioned him in, season 2, and then now season 3.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big part of Ahsoka, I imagine, because that was like, he was the main threat in Rebels. So maybe there's going to be some Thrawn action. Maybe there's going to be a crossover between Ahsoka and the Mandalorian series. I imagine there will be. Maybe that's going to be maybe that's where it's going. It's going to be a big build up to the battle with Thrawn and the resurgence of the public or the Empire, or I don't know.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe they'll, nobody really liked the whole Boba Fett Mandalorian kind of merger that happened. Maybe with Ahsoka and Mandalorian, the merger might be better.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. They haven't. I mean, we've only seen this one where they've done it, and it didn't go very well.
Yeah.
But maybe they'll bring out her, Jin, Boba Fett. They'll bring them all together for some big. Or
even like Ahsoka showing up in the season 2 of Mandalorian was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like she was just there for a couple episodes, and then like in Boba Fett she was in one episode. So that was kind of cool having her pop in and out.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can do it similarly in her show. But I imagine maybe that's because I'm not sure it was Hux or Hux's brother or something was in the episode 7 or 8 where they're all talking to Moff Gideon in the holograms. Like one of them was Hux, who was one of the leaders, but also the rebel in the sequel movies.
Okay.
So imagine maybe they're gonna build up to like the rebuilding of the Empire. They fight Thrawn. That's over, and then it becomes the First Order, and that's the lead into the sequel movies. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe that's what they're going towards.
Yeah.
But, I mean, who knows?
Yeah, all right. This is going to be kind of I don't know. It's a question that's maybe it should have been asked a long time ago, and it wasn't. And I don't even know if anybody knows the answer. Like, for me, I know this is just talking about the Star Wars movies, The Force Awakens. Like, when we go back to that, it was the First Order was there.
Yeah.
And it's like we were back to like, I don't know. It felt like, now I'm just complaining about that movie.
Yeah.
It felt like lazy writing in that sense where they are like, the Empire's gone, but we wanted to tell a story with the Empire, so we're going to make up a new Empire. We're going to call them the First Order.
Yeah.
And the rebels are back again. And now they're rebels.
And now they don't have the Death Star, they have the Starkiller Base.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Which does more damage.
Which does even more damage. Like how they snuck that past you, we'll never know.
Yeah.
But, it felt. I didn't like that the Empire was defeated and kind of fell apart. But then by the time this movie starts, an Empire is back again,
with
and the rebels are rebelling.
Right, yeah.
Again, it's like what the fuck did you guys do?
With the amount of power that they were able to, how were they able to amass this amount of power?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Under your noses? Like, what were the hell were you guys doing?
Yeah. But and who was in charge? Was it the Republic or the First Order in this? I don't remember. Who were the ones that were in power?
During the Mandalorian?
No, in the sequels.
The First Order seemed like they were the ones that were in charge.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and these guys were the rebels all over again. It's like you're rebelling again. Like, how did you lose in the first place? Yeah, you won. How is this still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that kind of it bugged me a little bit. Like, what were you guys doing? And then even in this show, I guess we're getting into what we don't like, but in this show, there was a part where, when they're all together, Moff Gideon, all the the council of images were all sitting around talking and all that kind of stuff, and people are loyal to the Empire. If I have this right, the whatever Federation or whoever these guys were before the Empire took over, that was going on for what, hundreds, 1,000 years kind of thing? I don't know. It's going on. I thought it was going on for a long time.
Yeah.
The Empire takes over, so to speak, or they kind of, wiggle their way in. They're running things for like, what, 20 years ish?
Yeah.
Because it's basically the lifetime of Luke Skywalker, right? From when he was, it's kind of from when he was born to Return of the Jedi, 25 maybe ish years, right? So there was 1,000-year government going on, a 25-year empire, and then they're gone. So I don't understand like why people would be so, I don't know, fascinated. I mean, within this world, why would they be so loyal to the Empire when that was just like a flash in the pan kind of thing?
Yeah.
Compared to like the 1,000-year thing of peace and whatever else that was going on.
Right.
So
yeah,
in Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is cool, but there's a bunch of stupid shit. Yeah. I think more so than not.
Yeah, especially with those movies too, right? So, all right. So some of the dislikes about this season. I don't know. One thing that I felt like they kept doing, and it felt like it was very hokey when they kept saying like, if I do this, then doesn't that mean it's okay? Oh, that is the way. Like some Mandalorian thing. Well,
justification.
Yeah. There's just some easy line that you drop. It's like, that's right. That is part of our old thing. That is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way. Then go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if the guy that beat me beats the guy that beat him, don't they get the Darksaber? Oh yeah, that's the way.
Right. Yeah. That is the way. Because in the first, that does bother me now. Because in the first one, he beats Moff Gideon, takes the blade, right?
Yeah.
And then he like goes to hand it to Bo-Katan, and she's like, "No, it must be one." As in, like, I have to kill you for it. And I was
or something.
Well, this is some depth because you guys don't really want to kill each other.
Yeah.
But if you want to be the leader of Mandalore, you got to kill him to take the blade back. And then instead, it's like, some guy took it from me and she saved me, and so that's why she gets it.
Yeah.
This is the way.
And they're like,
You're right. That makes sense.
It's right here in the Proverbs, right?
Yeah, it's in the manuscript.
Right.
But that feels like it's just like, that's convenient. Let's just like let's find as many Mandalorian loopholes as we can to make it work in our favor.
And so,
sounds like an effing religion.
This kid's too young to take the oath. Well, if I adopt him and become his parent, can't I take the oath or say he can become the thing?
Yeah.
This is the way.
He's you're his father now. There's no documentation. There's no paperwork you gotta sign. Where's the court order? There's no no
Somebody
process.
else walks up, he's my son, and I say no.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Yeah, and Grogu can't talk.
Yeah, he's like, squeak, squeak.
So what if that's not what he wants? How do you know? How do you know what's going on in his head?
Yeah. And that robot, when he was piloting the IG-11 thing, that whole thing thing
that was
just
super
dumb.
hokey. That was just for some type of gag.
Yeah, and then it was gone.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, exactly. And that was like a really like monumental moment for the Mandalorian, because that's when he started trusting droids. It was because of that droid,
Yeah.
And then like, we're bringing him back as a piloting thing for Grogu.
Right. Yeah.
Dick around with.
Yeah. We're gonna put him inside his corpse.
Yeah. And he's just gonna dick around with it, and that's it. Yeah.
And then somehow they brought him back at the end.
Yeah,
like, man, that self-destruct was that was no good. Self-destruct
didn't work. Yeah, it didn't serve its purpose. So it was kind of hokey. And like for me, for like throughout like the first 4 or 5 or maybe 3 or 4 episodes, it was just like something happened and then some flashy ending, right? So like it was like they're training the younglings, and then a giant crocodile comes out of the water,
right.
And then the Mandalorian shows up in his ship and shoots it, and that's the end of the episode. Like that's like you're trying to give me a wow factor.
Yeah. That's what they're going for, right?
You know what I mean?
And then even when that kid got taken by the flying pterodactyl thing, and like, why isn't he killing him and eating him like right away?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe species on that planet do something different.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna take him and fly, halfway across the planet or whatever they were doing.
Oh, you know, I think I know why. It's because this is the way.
There it is. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with it. I'll shut my mouth. That explained it all right there. Because this is the way. This is the way.
Yeah. So, So that the whole that's how the first 3 or 4 episodes were to me. It was just like something random, and then wow factor at the end that wasn't really that wow.
Yeah.
For me, you know, and then and I still don't really. Maybe I missed it, but the whole side story with that lady and the scientist that she killed. Was she really that important to the whole series?
Yeah, I guess she was in the second season. I honestly don't recall.
I don't remember her. I was gonna try to go back and watch, but I don't remember her being. So that whole story about her and them trying to reintegrate into the Republic.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to lead somewhere. I was like, oh, this is kind of an interesting thing. What happens to all the people that are still alive? The enemies.
Yeah.
We reintegrate them into society. They got to pass
as long as this whole kind of Nazi kind of thing going on. What do you do after World War II with all these people that were, on the other side, but maybe not, they were just on the other side. Kind of thing. So I'm kind of integrating them back into.
Right. That's kind of an interesting. I was like, oh yeah. How would you deal with that in this galactic war? How would you balance this society?
Right. Especially if you're the enlightened good guys, you're not gonna kill them all or something crazy.
You're gonna give them a shot to become part of the Republic. And I was like, that's interesting. And then she kills him, and then that's it.
Well, I guess she didn't kill him. I guess she just wiped his mind, right, with the scientist guy.
Maybe.
That's true. He could have died, I suppose.
Because she basically was like, oh, if you turn it up too high, it's lethal or something. Or, it was mind wiping.
Yeah, it's gonna like.
Oh, because they're on a low setting, it just makes you better.
Yeah, it'll feel good, and it'll whatever
make you think the proper thoughts.
Right. But if you turn it up too much, it's gonna
lose your mind.
Right.
Gotcha. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I guess we don't know, but either way, and then she just kind of popped up here and there in episodes. She was with that old Asian guy at one point, or Tim Meadows. What was Tim Meadows? Tim Meadows is in freaking one scene.
Yeah, there are a lot of celebrity cameos.
Oh yeah, Jack Black was in this for whatever reason.
Was in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd.
Christopher Lloyd was in it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like that was they're just really just shoehorning people in.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw somebody made a joke about something about a man and a DeLorean. I saw somebody make some joke.
I saw another one
that.
where someone was talking about and this is the future the doc got to, and he was trying to prevent. I was like, yeah, something like that, yeah. But yeah, it was kind of random in a lot of ways. And then then I didn't know who that why she was important. And then at the very end, she's talking to Moff Gideon, and she was like, oh, I had to tell you about the Mandalorians. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna go stop them. I was like, what was the point of that entire thing? I don't really understand what the point of that was. Did it have something to do with these clones that were in it?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess that's the only thing I can really think too, right? I mean, it was a big story, or to tell to get to it.
It was a whole episode.
Yeah, it was a whole episode. But yeah, I guess he knew about the clones.
Yeah,
and he knew about the Moff Gideon clones, and maybe I guess there's a theory is because I think in the movies, right? Don't they? In the Rise of Skywalker or whatever, isn't there a clone of Palpatine, or they're supposed to be a clone?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I know, who cares, right?
But maybe 20 clones of each guy.
Yeah, maybe he knows about the clones. Maybe he knows about the clones of Moff and the clones or a clone of the Emperor.
See, yeah, now that just makes me confirm now that maybe they're trying to lead into the sequels, which nobody cared about.
Right. But
why don't you guys just get rid of those, man?
Right, I know.
Wipe them off.
It's not. I mean, that would be nice. It's not. It's probably not going to happen, in all honesty. Yeah. And that's something else I meant to mention on the show a while ago, too. And this is something for later.
Yeah.
But I think most people probably know by now is that they announced that there is going to be another Star Wars movie with Rey
in it,
as the main character. This is just a quick little side note. I would not be going to watch that movie.
Yeah.
Just because of who I am. Mm-hmm. And out of curiosity, I know at some point I'm going to watch the movie. Maybe when it comes out on Disney Plus or HBO or whatever I'll watch it at some point. But I'm putting my foot down on watching this. And I'm not that guy. I really 9 times out of 10, it's it is what it is. But and we're taking a little side note, kids, so I apologize. But the fact that they screwed over Luke Skywalker's character as much as they did in those sequels.
Really all the characters.
Yeah, all the original characters got hosed. And then they are essentially taking Luke's story, giving it to Rey, and now Rey is going to rebuild the Jedi Order or whatever.
Right, yeah.
She, as far as we can tell, hasn't had any sort of real Jedi training or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's going to be the one rebuilding the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
So I hope, and this is nothing against Daisy Ridley or whatever. Right? She seems like she's really nice, very cool person. I hope the movie does well. In all honesty, because I don't want it to fail. But me personally, even if we're going to talk about it on the show, if you want to watch it, a guest wants to come in and watch it, I'll sit here and I'll talk. I'll ask questions. I will engage. I am not
really not going to watch it.
I am 100% honest. I am not going to go and pay money to watch that movie where they essentially screwed over Luke Skywalker and then they're taking Luke Skywalker's story and giving it to somebody else just because. Fuck it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So again, maybe when the movie comes out, we'll talk about it. If that's on the slate.
Right, well, then if you get to refuse Star Wars, can I refuse Superman Legacy?
Okay, that's cool.
Because fuck James Gunn and what he's gonna do with DC.
Done.
So all right, that's a fair.
Okay, that's fair.
Those are big shows to cover.
Hey, we can still cover them. Like I said, if you want to watch a Star Wars movie, or we have you and a guest want to watch a Star Wars movie,
Rosie,
great.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
She hates Ray too, though. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Keith maybe.
Somebody. Yeah, there are some people. There are some people that'll want to watch the movie. I know Sid's a fan too.
Oh, yeah, maybe Sid.
So we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll get somebody in here.
We'll get somebody in here.
Yeah.
But hopefully, at least if one of us watch it, and then as far as Superman movie is concerned, maybe I'll watch the Superman movie. And then we can at least
have somebody can
right,
say,
and then you can be the foil, so to speak, or I can be the whatever the case may be.
But see, now I want to see it just so I can actually have something to say about it.
Oh, then watch it
because I want to shit on it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you
not going into shit on it, but anyway, this is a James Gunn episode. Go back and listen to that one.
Yeah. If you want to know how we all feel, but that I'm just.
I see what you're saying though, and what bothers me is that they're doubling down on it, right?
Yeah.
And even things and I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but like at Disneyland, there are no original characters. It's all Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren.
Not even Finn that much, really. Yeah.
Not really Finn, but I guess like Rey and Kylo. They're the ones that are in the
true.
In
the gift shops
exactly, and walking around as characters. There's no Han Solo. There's no Luke Skywalker. None of the original characters are ever walking around in Galaxy's Edge.
That's very true.
So they're trying to double down as much as they can on the shit that nobody likes.
Interesting.
Like, just own up to how bad your bullshit is, Disney.
Yeah.
And take the L, man.
Like,
you guys made money on it, probably.
I'm sure they did.
Just take the L. Like, admit that your shit is garbage. Right. The same shit's going on right now with Warner Brothers and Justice League still.
Yeah.
Justice League. So Warner Brothers just put out an article that they regret putting out the Snyder Cut because they're like, we gave in to toxic fans. We should have just done.
We gave in to toxic.
We should have done what we wanted to do. And like, what you wanted to do was garbage.
No, you shouldn't have done what you wanted to do. What you wanted to do sucked.
Yeah, you proved that what you wanted to do was shitty. You know what I mean?
That should have been the lesson.
Exactly.
Right.
And then you own up to it.
And then they said no.
Like, hey y'all, we fucked up.
Right. Yeah.
We fucked up. Let's be better together.
Yeah.
Let's be better together now. Like not this keep backpedaling. I mean, like, this is the same shit with the Star Wars stuff, man. Like, it's bad.
Yeah.
So why are you doubling down on it?
Right.
Like, stop.
Yeah, it feels like there's like a pride issue kind of thing going on. It's like they can't admit that they were wrong.
Kathleen Kennedy will never admit that she did anything wrong when she literally
ruined it.
Yeah, literally ruined it. Ruined Star Wars.
That should we said it before on the show. Star Wars should have been a no-brainer.
Yeah,
that's been established for over 40 years.
Yeah.
It should have been.
And you have unlimited resources. You can have anybody you want attached to this to write it, to produce it, to whatever. You can have anybody you want, and you did that.
Yeah, right.
And you stuck to it. And so I don't know, man.
Yeah.
How do you mismanage something like that?
Right.
And like Star Wars should, nobody ever talks about the engaging storylines in Star Wars or the life-changing like themes. Like that's not what it's about. It's about a hero's journey in space. Like,
right.
It's not complicated. It's not hard to get wrong. And with the fan base that they have,
it's been established several generations worth of fans.
Right. So you already have the built-in audience. You just gotta do something that's pretty good. Like do something that's pretty good. Like because even the original Star Wars are pretty good. I mean, for the time, obviously the special effects it was groundbreaking. But story-wise and whatever character-wise, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
like, it's pretty good. And so that's all you had to do. And they couldn't even do that. Yeah. So anyway, that's just reminding me of how the Mandalorian is. So like now they're leading into they're trying to justify the sequels now? That's what it sounds like.
Right, yeah. Because I mean all the little hints are there.
Yeah. Hux, then the cloning thing, because he was like, oh, I'm figuring out how to cultivate the Force with my clones. That's what Palpatine, I guess, apparently did in Jedi whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean if it's a clone of you, shouldn't it have been there? Right. Shouldn't your metachlorians have been there?
Yeah. Why do you not have? How are you going? If you don't have the Force, how are you cloning something that?
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, somehow
there's like a throwaway line that didn't matter because he just yelled.
And that whole scene, that again, going back to Moff Gideon really quick, all that stuff he was talking about, but the whole, they were gonna have the Force, and you before they even took a breath, like
you put them under,
like what are you talking about? Like like he killed innocent people kind of thing. Like you're so altruistic. Like they were innocent.
Yeah, they weren't even really.
They were running around killing people for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and then it's like that whole scene. How he dies. I was like, I don't care. That's stupid.
Yeah, right.
And you go out. Yeah.
If he died, I mean, because they're clones.
So that's true. And
he'll pop up again.
And he was in Beskar armor, so isn't that like pretty indestructible?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
a lot of it. I mean, I don't see how you could survive that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, it was like a Star Destroyer crash. Thing.
Yeah, and that whole special effect when the Star Destroyer crashed, that didn't look great.
Yeah,
because the thing, there were flames coming, and then they put flames like in front of the, there was like the way the shot worked, like they showed like this underground kind of explosion taking place. I think they said that doesn't look great. So they did this like flames in front of the camera kind of thing, and then cut to another scene. It's like, let's cover this up so nobody sees it. We saw it already.
Yeah, and that was a Star Destroyer. I feel that should
pretty big thing.
Completely destroyed.
Yeah, it should have been something.
And like it seemed like other than fire.
Fire
is the only thing you have to worry about. Yeah,
a big fire.
And then your Grogu Ghost in the Machine saving all. Because he is the Force. This is the way.
That's happening. Because this is the way. Why is that? This is the way.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, man. It didn't feel like it was tight at all. I just felt like it was like let's just throw some. Everyone loves the Mandalorian now.
Yeah. Let's just do it and get through it.
Yeah.
So I didn't like the. Again, there were a lot of celebrity cameos. Kind of thing.
For no reason at all.
Right. Either. And I guess that's kind of I feel like that's kind of been sprinkled in and out. Throughout even in the first episode, they had that one comedian or one guy that was in it. Like he was driving a speed.
Oh yeah.
And he died like right away.
Yeah, he's like Tim and Eric or one of those guys.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, he died immediately.
Yeah, I think he's Tim and Eric. I'm not sure.
It's one of those, I think, right?
I'm not sure actually. No, he's a different guy. He's a different comedian. Big guy, tall.
Okay.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it's not important. No offense to him.
Yeah.
But so there have been cameos sprinkled throughout here and there.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like there were more in this, especially in that one episode.
Yeah.
With Jack Black. It's going to be hard for me to say anything bad about Jack Black. Jack Black may be the best person in the world, right?
Yeah, he might be my favorite.
Right.
Yeah,
human being.
Human being. Yeah, just in general.
Right. So
I don't know the guy personally. I don't know how he really is in real life, but he just seems
I'm sure we'd be best friends.
Yeah, I'm sure exactly. I'm sure we'd be singing Tenacious D songs and
peaches.
I know all the words of kielbasa sausage, and we'll get down on that song. But yeah, anyway.
And the way he was kind of playing this kind of quirky kind of character was okay. I like Lizzo. I think she's super talented. I don't think she was great in this role.
Honestly, I didn't know who she was until my girlfriend was like, "That's Lizzo." I was like, "Who?" But I know the name though, and I was like, "Oh, is that the one with this song?" She's like, "Yeah, that was." Okay, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
But
and again, I think she is a talented person. I just it didn't feel.
It felt very, very, very airy.
Or someone that that hasn't had any acting training. Kind of thing.
Kind of very
just kind of
not phoned in. Maybe she didn't know, but she was just like,
just doesn't have the acting chops. In all honesty,
she was kind of like, you can tell she was playing a role.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to. You know, as an actor.
Right.
Yeah. So I realized that, and there's like a much more high profile like stars.
Yeah.
That kind of showed up. But even like in the first 2 seasons, like both of Bill Burr's appearances were great.
Oh, right.
Like the first season was pretty good as a part of that team, but the second season when he like comes in, he helps him break into that prison. Yeah. And he shoots that that general guy. Like that his storyline was amazing. I was like,
a lot of people liked it.
Yeah, I loved his appearance in that. And that was great. And then you get these other high profile actors that are just kind of there.
Yeah. Special guest star kind of thing.
For this episode.
Which is, again, that's kind of a big thing that they did in the 70s and 80s. They would have, like, you know, special guest star. Like, think of those old Scooby-Doo episodes, you know, where a special guest star.
Hey, those are gold, though.
Yeah, but those were good. That's the difference. That's the difference. So, there were, I didn't hate this last season. You know, there were a lot of things that didn't hit those marks for me, I suppose. Yeah. It wasn't for me until like the last 3 episodes where I was like, man, this is really not good at all.
Yeah.
That's when I felt. That's when I noticed it. But again, I think a lot of people, it seems like they felt it, noticed it early on, unfortunately.
This is how I know, and this is not an insult to my girlfriend or anything, but she's a general audience member. She's like my dad and mom, very general audience members. They like most things.
Yeah.
Ariana's a little bit different, but you know, she likes most things, right? Like especially if it has a Baby Yoda in it, it's fine. This she did not like. She was like, she was like, she was like, it's not about Baby Yoda anymore, and that's all I care about. That's number 1. But number 2 was like, she's like, this doesn't feel very good. Like that. She couldn't really put it into like words, but she was like, it doesn't feel very good. And I was like, yeah. And then so it got to the point where we were just making fun of the show.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, and like, I think this is before the meme came out, but she was like talking about the seaweed guy, the
captain.
Yeah, this is like, this is lit out of Pirates of the Caribbean. And then like his assistant looked like Smee, Smee from
Peter Pan, right?
Because we saw that on premiere day, and she's like, why is Shmi on the spaceship? And I was like, dude, they're really going for the pirate thing right now. They're really pushing that pirate thing.
It's like, we get it, guys.
Yeah, then like 2 days later, I saw that meme. It was like him and Shmi next to it. I was like, look at it. That's Shmi. There's no mistaking that. And then even like the Mandalorian, when they meet those other Mandalorians at Mandalore, they're on like a wooden spaceship, a wooden like ground spaceship.
What was this one? In the where?
In like episode 7, or when they first land on Mandalore, and those other ones.
Okay, yeah. The other night owls.
Night owls. And that was like a wooden ship with like sails. And I was like, so you guys are really going for that pirate thing right now.
Yeah, they want you to know that they're living off the And
then there's like whatever that thing was, that Kraken thing. It was like, abandoned ship, and like it crushed.
It's like, didn't see that coming. Like started turning. As soon as they caught it, right? Yeah. It's like the Titanic and the icebergs. Like, I see it. Let's just go anyway. Like, really?
I was like, does nothing have any capability to like go a little higher? We're Star Wars. Like,
don't you have some sort of technology?
Kind of booster.
Like, nothing?
You literally have to like turn the oars to like the little like wheel to like turn the thing. Like,
maybe you get one of your jetpacks, put it on the ship.
Yeah.
And I don't know, turn it faster.
There were like 60 of you guys. You guys could have put like 7 jetpacks. That would have been gone.
That would have done it. Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyway, so it was like there's kind of like weird, like tonally kind of off things. Like the robot thing was really just kind of like really random.
Yeah, like, the IG whatever. Yeah,
it was really just kind of off. Like, I didn't feel like it fit like what they were trying to go for. So I don't know. It was just
it felt like they were like they changed their mind kind of thing. It's like they were gonna do something. At first they're gonna leave him dead, right? Like he did his big thing.
And he was the statue in the center. I was like, that's cool, man.
Yeah. So they're paying some respect to him, whatever. Now it's like, no, let's take his corpse and
turn him into
do some puppet jutsu and
turn him into a walking wheelchair or whatever this thing is. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So they turn him into like a Gundam for Grogu.
Without any weapons.
Yeah. It's like really setting him up.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I'd be mad if I was like IG-12 or whatever his name is. Like,
you
guys been doing this to me? Like, you showed me no respect? Yeah. Murder bot, and then start killing everybody.
Right, yeah. So that would have been better.
Yeah. Everybody would enjoy it more.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know if we really got to the point, but I just did. I feel like this was like off. It's like Mandalorian had an off night. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. That's kind of the point, I guess. Maybe there wasn't much of a point to it. Like, and again, kind of recapping. I didn't feel like I wasn't bad with Bo-Katan having more. I didn't even consider more of a spotlight. It was just, or like I don't feel like the show shifted to her. I just felt like what they were going for towards or within some parts of the season about trying to reclaim Mandalore. Yeah, she is going to have to be a main. Yeah, because she's going to be the one leading them. So that has to be a main story. Yeah. I didn't like what ended up happening with the Darksaber. Like the whole thing was like, we'll follow you if you got the Darksaber. I got the Darksaber. Yay! I lost the Darksaber. Okay, we're gonna boo. Are they everybody gonna jump ship now? Like,
and they literally just like crush the Darksaber. I was like, you can do that?
Yeah, right. It's just that easy. Maybe build another one or something. But yeah, with her hand in it too. So
weapon.
Like, what was the whole point of the whole Darksaber storyline? Just like, okay, I guess that's not
so
important
too.
It was at one point, right?
And now it's just like.
Now it's just gone.
It's like the same
cares.
as when Rey tried to hand the lightsaber to Luke, and he.
Yeah, you're so cool.
Gosh damn it! Can I just say how much that pissed me off? Like when
everybody,
like the Force Awakens has problems. Obviously has problems. I think it's the best of the three, me personally, but it wasn't good. Yeah. But that movie ends like with a very emotional. I'm giving you your dad's lightsaber back. Yeah. And then the next movie starts with.
Yeah. Like subverting expectations.
Like a wide shot, and I was like, I'm gonna hate this movie. I'm gonna hate this movie.
No, that was Jake Skywalker. Have you ever heard him, Luke Skywalker? Have you ever heard him say that? Like when he was doing an interview and he said, "This isn't my Luke." Mark Hamill was saying, "This isn't Luke. This isn't the guy." I don't know who that was. Maybe that was Jake Skywalker. I don't know. But there are a lot of people that are calling that Jake Skywalker. Okay,
because he was pretty vocal about not being happy how it wrapped up for him.
But he was saying like he's an actor and it's the lines he were given. It's not for him to
the call. But man, what the most iconic Jedi.
Yeah.
Probably of all time.
I mean, and one of the most iconic characters from one of the most iconic series. Yeah. And again, I mean, this goes back to the 70s. This character has been so ingrained and entrenched within, and we were talking about it like a few episodes ago, like just within like Americana, within American lore, within science fiction lore, within science fantasy lore. Star Wars it's this pivotal thing. And it's one of these things that I don't think everybody's necessarily chasing it kind of thing. But I mean, it's one of the most iconic franchises, one of the most iconic movies, stories that's been put out there. And they did this character that everybody, loves and respects and maybe kind of sees themselves in on some level. And they turn them into garbage, That's what's insulting, and it wasn't done well. I mean, I can understand maybe he's got some sort of issues or problems or whatever. I don't know. I feel like they could have done a better job. Just make him be the optimistic hero that he was supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, the whole fact that he draws. I mean, he faced down Darth Vader. Yeah, and the Emperor. In their base, without his lightsaber, he literally throws it to the ground. Yeah, he faces these guys. He faces his greatest enemies in enemy territory, and then he draws his lightsaber on his nephew, on Leia's son. Fuck fuck out of you! Yeah. I'm getting mad thinking about it. Jeez,
a moment of weakness. No, that's not a moment of weakness. Dude, no, that makes you a motherfucker. Right? That's what that does. Yeah.
Jake Skywalker do that.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. That was a piece of shit, man. Yeah, that was, and even if they were gonna go that route, like treat it like an old Ronin kind of guy,
Right?
Like just like a dude like out there fishing regularly and just surviving and just living with his own demons. Right. Not this fucking Errol Flynn jumping over cliffs with a giant javelin and drinking out of alien titties and doing all these random like weird shit, man. Like, it's completely out of character for Luke, Like obviously shit changes in 40 years. Like if he, obviously if bad shit happened to him, that's entirely possible. But like this isn't even the same character.
Right,
man.
right.
It's not even the same guy.
And now, and the thing is, like, all the stuff that Luke was going to do, should have done, all that kind of stuff, they've basically taken that from him, turned him into a piece of garbage, and now they're giving it to Rey to do.
And now
you're going to be the optimistic hero.
Right. And here's the thing now. So it's like, now, technically, it was never the Skywalker family that was going to bring balance to the Force.
Yeah. It was Palpatine.
It's the Palpatines, right? But it's this adopted Skywalker who gave herself the name, didn't earn it, but gave herself the name of Skywalker.
Right.
That's going to bring balance to the Force. So really, it wasn't going to be Anakin. It wasn't going to be Luke and Leia. Yeah. It was going to be Rey the whole time.
Yeah, right. Is that what you're saying the whole time it's supposed to be her?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's fucking
like I said, man. That's
lazy.
I'm not going to.
And just like saying
it.
like how iconic Star Wars is, like you were saying, but to be so infamously mishandled for so long as well.
Yeah.
Like, how do you have more things that are bad than good?
Right.
In Star Wars, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You got to try.
Yeah.
You got to
Just
try.
bring back Mace Windu and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah. Anyway, so that's about Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I guess, right? Yeah.
Some of that was about Mandalorian.
Yeah, check it out. What would you think? What would you rate this if you were to give it on the tomato meter?
This particular season?
Yeah. I didn't see.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah,
I didn't look it up.
The meter. Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of like what kind of like really great, cool moments, storyline, or even like just special effects or action wise were in it. There wasn't a whole lot, man. I hate to say.
Yeah.
65.
Man,
I'm being pretty nice, I think, too.
Yeah,
in
weird.
this particular season. And for honestly, I don't think it was as bad. Again, if you go on the internet, you're going to hear people dumping all over it. And I don't hate it that much. I don't think it was that bad. I mean, I could still watch, I don't know, the first few episodes of it, I suppose. And, you know, I don't know. I kind of turn my, head up at some points of it. Like, oh, you're doing that. Oh, you're doing that. But I don't have this, they've, ruined everything and they're, everyone should go kill themselves kind of thing. It's not that bad.
Yeah. Weird. So it looks like season 3 is 85% critics, 51% audience.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well, good. I'm closer to the audience.
Yeah. I'm more of an audience side too. I'm sitting at I'm like at a 60. This is 61. This is barely passing for me.
Yeah.
Especially in comparison to the rest of the show.
That's true. That's true.
That's just what a horrible fall from grace. And this was one of the few in the Star Wars universe that was keeping it together. That's holding it up. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do like the Andor series, but
minus Andor, which is that's probably the best Star Wars content we've gotten.
Yeah.
In decades, I think.
On.
Yeah. So
and you were not a fan of that, right? Andor,
I loved Andor.
Oh, did you really?
I hated Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Rogue One is the biggest piece of shit on the planet. So yeah, and I stand by that.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll agree to disagree on that one too.
You gotta watch it again. I'm telling you, you gotta watch it again and tell me if I'm that wrong.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so that's
the
Mandalorian.
Kind of the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Anything we're into this week?
Not too much. I was watching, doing all the normal stuff. One Piece, Overwatch. I don't know why I'm still playing it, but I am. That's about it though. I haven't checked out too much anything new. Oh, you know what? CJ sent me. I was able to. I haven't watched it yet. The new Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched it yet though, but he was able to.
Nice.
Yeah, find a
copy.
Yeah,
liberate a copy. Yeah, nice.
Liberate it.
Oh, man! I forgot to shout out to CJ. I went through the taco last week after the podcast. I went through the drive-thru, got some food, and he was in the drive-thru. And I was like, oh, CJ? He's like, yeah, man. I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure if he got me right away, if he remembered who I was. He recognized me right away because he was talking to his buddy. And I was like, dude, I just left Mark's. I was just recording an episode. He's like, oh, you just did? I was like, yeah. He's like, cool, man. I got you. And then he just closed the window. He took my car, closed the window, and then he gave me the food and gave me the car back. He's like, I comped you, don't worry. I was like, my man. My man. Yeah. So yeah, So I was like, dude, this is great. This is great. And I was getting close to the bottom of my bank account. So
nice.
Because my payday was this week.
Right on.
So I was like, I'm a little broke, but I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And then he hooked me up. I was like, yeah.
Now you went to the right one because there's another one that's if you made a different turn, there's another one that's closer.
Oh, yeah.
You would have gone to a whole different one.
Yeah.
And you would have been screwed.
Good job,
CJ.
Yeah, so that was pretty sweet for CJ, But yeah, so I'm still watching Attack on Titan.
Okay, cool.
It's still getting pretty interesting.
It's
starting
super
to really
interesting.
discover the stuff about the Titans in the walls. And I was like, there's a lot going on, man. This is gonna get pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm getting pretty excited about that. And then I'm still watching Dave. I started reading Neil deGrasse Tyson's Astrophysics for Busy People.
Oh, cool.
Or, Busy People. It's pretty good.
Nice.
Actually, you know how he explains things so well?
Yeah, big time.
It's just like that. It's written form.
Nice. Yeah, I listen to Star Talk all the time. So that's cool.
It's one of my favorite podcasts. Yeah, it's great. And then there's one more thing. Oh, Jedi Survivor just came out this week, the sequel to Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah.
Just came out yesterday. Today's the 20th.
Oh, crap, really?
2 days ago, yeah.
Okay.
It's come out 20.
Did you get it already?
I haven't got my copy yet, but I'm going to get one.
Nice.
I'm more than excited. That's one of my favorite games.
Yeah, that was a good game. I've seen
the
the gameplay of it, yeah.
Yeah, so I can't wait to go back into Cal Kestis' world and fight some people.
Fight some people.
And survive as a Jedi. That's the name of the game.
I was going to say, too, like, there was one part in The Mandalorian I just thought was funny when the Praetorian Guards came out.
Yeah.
And they came out and they were, like, doing, like, this whole, like, the Nazgul. That's what it reminded me of. They were coming out, like, in slow motion. And it's like, that you're trying to say, guys, are like the ring rates kind of thing from Lord of the Rings.
I've never thought those guys were cool, man. Like, they've never been cool. Like, going back to The Last Jedi. Do you remember when they're in there, like they're in Snoke's little place, and then like they were like talking to Snoke, and then they would like whenever they're like the tensions would get high, the Praetorians would start doing like poses and like with their weapons and stuff. I was like, ha 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 ha, but they're still like standing in the corner. I'm like, what? Am I supposed to be scared of that? Or like, what, supposed to be tough? Or like, what are you doing? This is like a 70s karate movie.
It's like 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. It was so, and it was so weird. I was like, this is weird. Like, I don't understand that. Why? Because like he'll yell at her, she'll yell back, and then they'll start doing some karate poses. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah. I mean, they look cool in their red outfits.
Yeah.
I mean, the red stormtrooper-esque kind of thing.
That's true.
Is cool looking, but that's about where it ends.
Everything else is dumb as shit.
That's about where it ends.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, so I guess we're done bragging on that, right?
Yeah, man. I hate just
ragging on stuff.
Yeah, I hate doing that.
Well, it gives me, that's my lifeblood. So I'm recharged and ready for the week.
Right, yeah, I can see you glowing right now.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess that's our talk then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, thanks for checking out everything.
Sure, yeah, we already did what we're into.
Yeah, we're already doing. So thanks for checking out our Reels, our YouTube, our Instagram and TikToks. All those shorts are doing really well. Thank you guys for checking out the full length episodes on YouTube and also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's where if you guys just want to do the audio thing, that's cool too.
Yep,
that still exists and it goes up every Wednesday. But yeah. I guess that's pretty much it, huh?
Yeah, tell them what we're talking about next week, Trent.
You want to tell them what we're talking about next week?
No, I want you to tell them. I want to hear from you.
Is it set in stone?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so next week we're going to be talking about it just came out last week, but it's the Power Rangers Once and Always.
Oh, no! I mean, yeah.
Series.
I kid.
And I don't know, man. There was like a 2-second period where I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But I've been kind of watching old Power Rangers shows, and now I'm talking to you. I think I've talked to you like 3 times about this now. Yeah. But it's not good.
Oh, Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
horrible.
Of course not. Yeah.
And I think you were at the age where you could tell it was bad. Yeah. I was a kid and thought this was the coolest shit.
Oh,
in the world.
As a kid, yeah, of course,
and,
yeah.
I'm watching this on Netflix and it's horrible. This is a dumb show. Like it's not. And maybe, probably the time, maybe. I don't know. But
I mean, it's supposed to be. I mean, it was
campy.
Yeah, it was campy.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even like the Power Rangers in Japan. I mean, the Sentai Rangers, whatever they called them. There have been a million different reiterations of it. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. It is a kid's show. I mean, even when you look at the Japanese show, you can tell it's a kid's show. Especially with the way they're even like the way they're fighting the monsters. The funny thing is, I feel like there are more dramatic or more serious and adult elements to it that you won't find in the watered down American version.
Right,
you know what I mean? There's going to be like some sort of tension between like the brothers or whatever. One of them's gonna die, or I mean, there's some real,
or the Yellow Ranger who's obviously a guy in the Japanese version.
Right? And they're like, we need another lady in there,
or a broad-shouldered.
Right.
Yeah,
you could tell.
Girl.
Bulge having.
Yeah.
And now they flipped it around quite a bit because now when you watch the later Japanese Sentai episodes or whatever, the there are 2 females in it now, the pink one and the yellow one. So I'm assuming that might have been American influence. Maybe they're thinking, if we want to sell this to the American market, let's just
we know what the Americans are doing now.
Right.
So
let's do that.
Yeah, I was always been curious about how the actual, because obviously everything other than the scenes with the American actors. Yeah. Well, it's the same scenes from the Japanese show. Right. So I always wanted to see what the Japanese show
some of the Japanese
about.
In between. Yeah. But, it's out there. I mean, especially if you if anybody has Pluto TV. Oh, yeah? It's they have a whole channel dedicated to that. So it's easy to spot.
But yeah, I mean, I don't want to say tentatively because we've been kind of talking about doing it, maybe not doing it, but it is a kind of a throwback thing. And I'm sure there are a lot of fans that are, at least my age, that were really excited for it. But after seeing all these other episodes of Power Rangers, I'm like, this wasn't really ever good. So I kind of don't really care at this point. Yeah. But we might check it out. As of now, we'll check it out, and that's what we're talking about next week.
Or it might be a surprise next week.
So either way, it's gonna be fun.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
But yeah. Yep. So I guess my name's Trent.
And my name is Mark.
And this has been
Geek Off The Street.
Thanks for listening.
You know what we forgot to do? Mix another drink on the air.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about doing it, but I was like, man, I'm kind of a little bit buzzed. If I have another one,
you'll be really buzzed.